Okay, so here is everything that was changed in the Conquest fight in episode 8 versus the comics. The speech that Conquest gives in the show is a little longer and has a little bit more exposition than the one given in the comic, but the same blows is struck when Mark and Conquest are flying at each other at the end of episode 7. Pretty identical. I'm not gonna nitpick everything about the fight because then we would be here for about an hour. But a really cool funny detail is that when Mark and Conquest end up in space, Conquest draws this little heart from his blood, and he doesn't do that in the comics. I just thought it was such a weird thing to put in the show. When Oliver finds out about Mark fighting Conquest, he flies out without any approval from his mom. But in the show, Oliver stops when Debbie tells him to and actually gives him the okay sign to go and fight. I just thought that was such a cool detail to add to Oliver in the show. I do think he is written a lot better. Conquest throws Mark through a beach, killing thousands of people. That kind of recreates the ending of season 1, but in the comics he just goes through a ship. Eve gets her moment to shine in the show, but in the comics she gets decimated in a single panel, but she eventually does get her get back, which happens both in the comic and the show, burning off Conquest's skin, and Conquest eventually falls to Mark, where he gets headbutted like a billion times. And if you thought that was the end, of course I saved the best for last. Conquest's monologue is not in the comics at all. Giving him some sort of character and some sort of humanization was such a smart move. Even though he is batshit crazy, I love what they did with him in the show. And again, the monologue is nowhere to be found in the comics, and I love that they added that.